man. So now you in the AU league, you getting down. You say how many years did you do that?
Shit, played AU ball 3 years.
3 years in the AU, then you end up graduating. So
Right.
where where did the recruiting aspect come in for college? When was you looked upon for college, man, and to get that next opportunity to move to the next step of your basketball phase in life?
When I was 16, because I hit 6'8". You know, when I was 14, I was 6'4", right?
Wait, oh
And
wait,
that
wait.
summer,
Oh wait,
yeah,
whoa, oh wait, slow down, tall ass nigga. Whoa, wait, damn. Nigga was 6'4" and 14?
yeah,
Make I need to
6'4", like
I need to stress
85
that
pounds.
for TV land. Yeah, I need to stress that for TV land. This tall nigga was 6'4" and 14. So they knew this nigga was going, man. He had to play ball some damn where, man.
Right.
So
And
since
still wasn't having the right coordination until I hit 15.
yeah, I was
Then
about
that's when
to ask you
everything
that.
came, yeah, everything came together, man. You know, like a good pot of gumbo, and it was on the cracking.
So during that time at 14, how was your coordination put together? Like, you had that coach then. You had that coach then at the time, right?
Yeah, it was a struggle because at that point I was still trying to figure out how to walk and chew gum, on a basketball court. Knees all scarred up, elbows all scarred up. You know what I'm saying? But when I hit 15, that's when all the coordination came together.
Mm-hmm.
Everything got real smooth after that. You know, so I had actually grown over the summer to 6'8". So I added another 4 inches. You know what I'm saying? And I was out there flowing. You know, looked like I had been doing it my whole life. And then shit, uh, start seeing Coach Tarkanian and all these other cats that we grew up seeing on TV. You know, seeing them in the gym, seeing them courtside. You know what I'm saying, at these various tournaments. Um, 6'11" by the junior year of high school. You know, I was playing for Rockfish, as a matter of fact, at the time. Andre Miller, your little homie. That
Yes,
was
sir.
my point guard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and Dre was supposed to go to Utah together.
Uh-huh. Uh
Yeah, that was my dude. You know,
yeah.
that was my point guard, man. I'm a 6'11" two man. I'm coming off of screens, letting that bad boy go like Reggie Miller. You
Pound.
know, and they had a handle too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we were just out there having fun, man. And once people saw the versatility in my game, it was over. It was a wrap. Now the letters start flooding. Now you got the Michigans, you got the Connecticut's, Florida State, uh, Oregon State, Penn State. You know, you got Miami and UCLA writing and shit. So I was getting that nationwide recognition. You know, and then plus Long Beach State right there in the backyard. We playing down there all the time. So man, it
How
was a great time for basketball.
how many years did you and Dre play together? And shout out to my young homie Dre, man. Shout out to Dre,
Yeah,
man.
we played together for a year. We played
Okay.
together for a year, man. Yeah, wrecking shot. Drake, man, that was, one of the best point guards I ever played with.
Yeah, because
He real underrated.
yeah,
He
and
real underrated.
I'm doing a story. I'm getting ready to interview him now and do a story on that, man. Because, man, the homie used to ball his ass off, but he had cold deep, massive deep. Played the shit out that deep, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and he
man,
liked it.
yeah, And
Yeah,
so,
he liked keeping you from scoring. So
right. That was his thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, because he could score. It was nothing for him to score. He can cross a motherfucker up. But the dude kept it real simple. He ain't try to go out there and do all that flashy shit. You know, he was blue collar with it. Put on his hard hat, man, and just went out there and did work. But
Right.
he loves shutting down the opposing player. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm switching between the perimeter, and and that interior, as far as I'm still blocking jump shots, and now I'm running down to help the big man, and blocking shots down on the block. So man, it was great. We had another cat out of Lake Elsinore named Aaron Maxey, who was our small forward. He was only 6'4", but the dude, he was putting that work on everybody. He was a walking double double. You know, quiet kid, didn't curse. You know, barely said anything. But when he got on that basketball court, man, it was all go for him.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing, man. Sports bring out the best in people. It brings out a completely different side of a person that you've never experienced before.
So
You know what I'm saying?
move.
And it brings, hold on. And sports also bring together a lot of people that normally wouldn't mix. Because now we got a common goal. It ain't about that flag in our pocket. It's about this uniform, this logo that we got right here. This team. That's what it became about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we were able to put aside our differences, if there were any, with any of our teammates, and just ball out. Because we all had the same goal. You know, how many letters can we get? How many scholarship offers can we get? You know what I'm saying? And what schools do we really want to go to?
Right.
What's the best school for us to go to?
So when those,
sports helped us put aside a lot of that shit.
so when those offers start pouring in, yeah, yes, and that. So when those offers start pouring in, and you start getting these offers, how exuberant was that, man? Coming from where you come from, coming from the trenches of the hood, coming up off the block of 92nd, man, and all the fights you done had, man, and all the experiences of negativity at a young age, being on meds,
Oh, fire!
being abused from your stepdaddy. How did that make you feel, Keith?
I was on fire, homie. I was on fire. You know what I'm saying? That I had already surpassed cloud 9. You know, now I was way up there. I'm in another stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? A whole different atmosphere, and because now I'm starting to realize that this dream that I had could be a possibility.
Reality.
Because now we talk about college. You know what I'm saying? And because man, it was for us. It was always you know get a scholarship or do it educationally. But for the most of us, for the majority of us, man, we had to do it, scholarship wise through sports.
Do sports.
You know what I'm saying? Because
It's
only a
not
select few of us were
get it
getting it
academically.
just straight off academics. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
You know,
so now you got the letters. You got a variety of letters. What was your choice? What was your final choice? You got 10, 15 letters. You just hold on to them just to have them now because it's like a bidding war. What
right.
was your final choice and why did you pick that school? 2-1. Let's go, Keith.
Central Connecticut State University in New Britain, Connecticut, because I'm a Hartford native. That's 15 minutes down the road from the projects. I get to see all my family members that's out there, that's still living in the projects, and because I missed everybody, grandmas, grandpops, my pops. My pops was in a pen. When I went down there for my recruiting trip, I signed. We went to a party with the football players, basketball players. It was tight at the school. One of my future teammates, a cat stepped on his shoe. He was like, my man, you ain't gonna say excuse me? The nigga was like, nigga, fuck you. And the homie fired on him. Bow. And then another teammate caught him on the way down. Bow. Spiked his ass, right? I said, oh yeah, I'm coming here. Nigga, this is where I want to be, because I ain't want to be somewhere with no Rudy Poot niggas. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to have each other, look, if we're going to have each other back, my nigga, then this is where it's got to be. So I'm
So
like, nigga, I'm signing.
wait, hold on. That's the cold
It
story.
wasn't a basketball school. It wasn't known for basketball. You know what I'm saying? It was a struggling program, wasn't known for basketball. But I see
So,
this shit go down. Oh, nigga, I'm with it. Let's
so,
go.
so because of the unity that them cats put down and displayed to you, that drew you in. You said, "Oh man, this is the school I
Yeah,
need to be at." Oh wow, that's
yeah.
amazing. That's a cold
'Cause I
story.
done went to Oregon State to, on a visit. I got sick up there because it rained too motherfucking much.
And it was
Got
cold.
sick. Yeah, I said that's out. UCLA is here, but I'm not UCLA material. Long Beach State is there. Coach Seth Greenberg, but they started to fall back a little bit. Utah, I was supposed to go with Dre Miller. They started to fall. Everybody wanted me to red shirt because I was so nigga. I was nothing but elbows, shoulders, and kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody thought they was just gonna put some. They was gonna sit me and give me the poke up. Not understanding. I got
Yeah.
this hyperactive metabolism. You know, and so Central Connecticut, they was like, man, look, you can come in and play immediately. But then I see this shit at the party. Also, what the coach did, man, was he set up a visit for me at the prison to see my pops. And I hadn't seen my pops since I was 14. So I'm 17 going on 18 now, you know. And he did it on a surprise tip, man.
Oh, he touched
And
you.
he actually, yeah, and he happened to have that letter of intent with him. He was,
Oh,
well, we in the visitors room.
he
You know
knew
what
what
I'm
he was
saying?
doing. Boy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Cerebral with it. And he said, "Wow, Keith, this is great. You got your dad here, you got your mom here, nigga. We in the visitor room, nigga. We got guards and convicts all around, and but I'm cool because I got my pops. I got Big Keith right there. You feel
Yeah,
me? And coach is like, all right, well, I don't know if you're ready for this or not, but we're prepared to offer you a scholarship, and what do you think? And man, where do I sign? Where do I sign? You know, because man, look, hey, that was some real shit. You feel me?
yeah. Oh,
Some
that's
real shit. Who gonna take who? What coach? Man, come on. The nigga took me
amazing.
up into the penitentiary to see my pops, man.
Yeah,
And that was a
knew.
major thing.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. He knew just
Yeah,
what formula to utilize to get to you, boy. He said, "Here's a kid
right.
that's been running around buck wild, and the one person that he honored and that's his mentor was his father. He's named after. Oh, I got to get this kid his dad. I got to get this kid his dad. And not to mention, you did he ever tell you he spoke to your father briefly beforehand or what?
He didn't. He had never spoken to my father until that point.
Oh, so pops
But
didn't
he
even
had
know
spoke.
you.
But right. But they set it up through the warden.
Through the system,
They
yeah.
set it up.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
man. So it was a big surprise, man. We ain't see it coming. And this coach, man, his name is Mark Adams. He's an analyst now with ESPN college basketball, right? And this dude, this was the first coach I had that, well, no, second, third, but as far as college wise, this dude cared more about you as an individual, your growth and development as a young man, the way you carried yourself, morals and values. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? The way you represented the university, the way you represented your team. You know what I mean? Um, that's what he cared about more than what kind of basketball player you were.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, I mean,
Okay.
I led the nation in shot blocking for 2 years, man. While I was in school, he didn't care about that. It was great. He told me I could do it. He told me I could do it. He said, but son, there are bigger things in life that you can accomplish. You got a greater calling, and I'm here to help you realize that calling. Basketball's just a vessel.
Mm,
He
mm,
said, this is just extra. This is just extra,
mm.
you know.
Yeah, he was one of the.
And
It sounded like he was
yeah,
one
go
of the.
ahead.
the real thorough father figure coaches.
Yeah.
Like
Little white dude, man, about 5'8". You know what I'm saying? You piss him off. He gonna go off on you. You know, but he gonna tell you afterwards. You know I love you. I'm disappointed, son. You know, you know better than that.
right. See
You
that
know better than that.
it's
And then
crazy.
hit us with how would your mom feel about that? You know, come on, man. Now you gonna hit me with moms, and I can hear moms going off. How would your grandparents feel about that, son? What are you
Exactly.
doing?
That's that
Because
village.
I got locked up. I got in trouble the first week of school, BJ, and got kicked off the team drinking at a party. And then,
Off
you
the
know,
college team?
the first week of school, homie. The
Damn.
first week of school. You know what I'm saying? I come to, I'm handcuffed to a hospital rail with a guard standing over me, a cop standing guard over me. See that? I drop a urine for him and knock out again. Come
Wow.
to again a little while later. Still, still handcuffed to the rail. Cops still there. This time, man, they, get me dressed and handcuff me and lead me out the hospital to the squad car, take me off to jail. Only come to find out, man, I was so drunk that I ended up going to the wrong house. I left some stuff at the party, you know, ended up going to the wrong house, thinking I was going to get the stuff that I left behind. Caught a third degree burglary. You know what I'm saying? Didn't steal nothing, but just the fact that I'm in the wrong damn house.
Right.
Under the influence. So restitution, uh, and kicked off the team by the coach. You
Mm.
know, another stipulation of me getting kicked off the team was, now it's starting to snow and it's snowing a lot. Nigga, I'm thawed out from California. Blood thin as a motherfucker. They got me chasing after running behind the assistant coach through the city. In a motherfucking blizzard. You know what I'm saying? Every morning. You know, and that was before class.
Mm.
So chase him through the city for an hour, 2 hours, and then you know go home, get something to eat, go to class. Get up the next day, repeat. Did that for 2, 3 weeks before they reinstated me. Reinstated me to the team. It was on the crack, and had one more conversation with the coach, about my conduct and what was expected of me, and never looked back.
How long did you play
Ended
there?
up having 2 years.
2
two
years.
years. What
Damn.
happened was they tried to they screwed that man out of his job, and I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal, homie, and that dude had a great positive impact on my development as a young man. You know, instilling some a different set of morals and values into my life. I already brought another kind of discipline, you know, but he added to that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And he put it in a different kind of perspective. So now the homies are my teammates. Now the big homie is the coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I got that guidance. You know, and I'm fortunate enough that he, like a lot of OGs, they weren't just putting pistols in our hands and telling us, "All right, go knock that down."
Yeah.
They made sure we had some understanding.
Yeah.
About why certain things were the way that they were. Why that rag changed from blue to orange. You know what I'm saying? That happened when I was in college. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, man, college was an eye opening experience for me. And that's when I really knew I can go places. Because now I'm playing on a big stage. I'm playing against, you know, some big time universities with some big time names that we used to read about on that print, that black and white, and that newspaper, no magazine.
Right.
It was, wasn't no Google. You know what I'm saying?
So when you transferred, I mean, when you played those 2 years, did you transfer elsewhere? Where did you go?
Nah, I tried to transfer to Utah because I wanted to reunite with Dre. But the new coach that came in, he fucked up my transcripts because he was trying to get me to stay. Lied to my family, told them that he was gonna retain a couple of our coaches from the previous year to help the transition, be smoother for us players. And yeah, if Keith stick here with me, he's gonna be the center of the offense. And by the time he graduates, he's gonna be ready for the NBA. Next day after that meeting, he fired everybody. I said, I can't trust him. Out of here,
Wow.
and tried to get up out of there, man. I contacted University of Utah, told Coach Gutierrez, hey, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. And by this time, they got Keith Van Horn, who was one of the baddest white boys out of Southern California. You know what I'm saying? My man Dre Miller, another cat, Mike Doliak, who ended up playing in the league as well. That team alone produced one, two, three or four NBA players, at Utah. So,
Yeah,
I'm trying to, yeah, they were, but I wanted to play with my man Dre, but come to find out, the new coach had my transcripts, he went ahead and tampered with them so that I wouldn't, trying to trap me there. You know what I'm saying? You stay, we'll fix it. But you want to leave, you ain't going to be able to go nowhere. You just got to leave, go home. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to just go home. Got an agent, put my name in the draft that first year. That was 96, 97. Went undrafted, played in the ABA, just to get ready. Then put my name back in the draft for 97, 98. Philly calling, Seattle calling, talking about they're going to pick me. They didn't pick me, undrafted. So now I'm hot, because I went to these pre-draft camps.
Pause a second real quick, because that's interesting. And you left, you got out after your 2 years of college, obtained your agent upon yourself, obtained your agent. What made you even think about that? What made you say, let me get me an agent? Because you knew the agent could take you to other levels?
Yeah. And the agents knew about, negotiating contracts and whatnot. That was their specialty.
And they knew about the drafts as well. They basically, that's what they do when it comes down to the world of sports. It's what they do. Say,
right.
Okay, so that was smart. That was a smart move of him. You got your agent, somebody that can negotiate your dealings, basically. And so now, once you got the agent, when did the phone call come in, or that specific call? Did it come from your agent directly and tell you, hey, I got something good for you? When did that time happen? It's two things I want to know. Real quick, it's two things I want to know. And you can take your time and respond and reply to both of them. But first I want to know is, out of that 2 years you're waiting, what did you do in between? Did you result back to the old you characteristics and start fucking up and doing things? Or was you still focused on your game and trying to move forward on your basketball game? And then when you got that call, what happened?
I took a year off, and for the first half of that year, it was basketball and fucking off. Old familiar activity. You know what I'm saying? And being told, nigga, you too tall for this. What you doing over here, nigga? Look, you need to be playing, on the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And which was hurtful because, a lot of homies, you know what I'm saying? But later in life, understood, an appreciation for the stance that was taken.
Right.
I ended up playing in the Summer Pro League for the LA Lakers. And I'm playing with Kobe, D Fish.
What year was that? We need to know what year.
That was the summer of 90. That was the summer of 1997.
97. You end up playing in the Lakers summer league, right?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, this is a dream come true, homie, because I grew up a Laker fan. Kareem, my favorite player. So I'm thinking I'm about to get a contract with these niggas. I'm about to kill every team that I face because they all passed up on me on draft night. Big chip on my shoulder. Fuck everybody. And I'm gonna give the business to everybody that got drafted. Every big name up in there, I'm killing you. And that's what I did in the Lakers, man. Del Harris was a coach. They let me do my thing. They let me get loose. They gave a nigga some wiggle room. And me and Kobe were functioning together already. We already had a relationship established from 2 years before. When I coached him at an all-star camp when he was in high school, and I was just finished my freshman year of college. So yeah, so we was cool. We was out there functioning on the court like it was nothing. You know, After one game, man, we smashed somebody. Me and Cole walking up the court. Elgin Baylor, who was the general manager at the Clippers at the time, and the head coach Bill Fitch stopped me. It was like, young man, at the end of the summer, if you don't have a contract, you're going to be wearing an LA Clippers uniform. That's all. Thanks, coach. Thanks, Mr. Baylor. Turn around. Me and Cole walk off. I elbow him. I'm like, yeah, Clippers, yeah, right. The Lakers, fool. Because I wasn't no Clipper fan. You know what I'm saying? I only went to one Clipper game on my 18th birthday because my great uncle took me. And Dominique, they played the Houston Rockets. Dominique Wilkins was an asshole, didn't want to give me an autograph. You know, I look, I told him that's all right. One day you're gonna want mine, bitch. You know, and told him I was gonna be in the NBA. Nigga, 3 years later, homie, I'm in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because that first game against the Houston Rockets, King Olajuwon came up to me and said, "Hey kid, I remember you. You told Dominique, you're gonna be in the NBA, bitch." You know? And he said, you made it. Congratulations.
He ciphered it word for word to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, I signed a 5-year contract, $8.4 million, rookie undrafted, free agent, man. And like I said, I had that chip on my 5-year.
Say that again, man.
5 years, $8.4 million contract as a undrafted rookie free agent. Everybody passed me up, but because of what I did in the Summer Pro League, they gave me the same money as a number 4 pick.
Undrafted, right?
Right.
That's amazing. You hear that, TV Land? Undrafted. He was undrafted, meaning nobody didn't want to sign him. Nobody wasn't fucking with him at the time, man. Like some of the rappers in the game, like myself when I was trying to sell this particular album to the game. Nobody wanted to touch him, man. But he ended up getting an offer unsigned for $8.4 million. All right, Dre, here we go, man. Now you on a ride. You on a roll right now. I mean, I said Dre. I meant to say Klaus. Here we go.
I know what you meant.
But we on a ride. We on the road, Klaus. Life done turned around for you now. Now you got opportunity to leave these streets. Take this offer. What do you do, homie? What was your decision?
I'm still in the hood. I'm still in the city.
No, I mean at that point. Oh, you were still in the hood, still in the city. You said,
I'm still in the city.
Did you take?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, hell yeah.
At this point now, while you still in the city and you got that offer. So again, who gave you that call? Your agent?
Yup. Agent called me. Said, Keith, meet me downtown at your mom's job. Mom worked at City Hall. So meet down at City Hall. The mayor gives us a boardroom to use. He got a couple contract offers down, one from Seattle for like a year, Denver Nuggets 2-year contract. Seattle offered me something like $400,000. Denver offered me $1.5 million for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking, I'm like, well, damn, just jumped up real quick from 1 year 400 to 2 years $1.5 million. I'm like, damn, okay, cool. Because that 400 is a whole lot to a nigga that ain't never had nothing.
Exactly.
Just that quick. just that quick, damn near triple, with the next one. So I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm thinking I'll be a Denver Nugget. Man, look, he said, all right, Keith, hold on. Slid the next one out. This one here is from the LA Clippers, and he got all calm. This one here is from the LA Clippers. He cleared his throat. Said, you know, Clippers offers 5 years, $8.4 million. I'm just, what? Nigga, what? Mom's just, oh my God, what? Oh my God. Nigga, I'm pinching myself all over, pinching myself, homie, because I want to make sure I'm not dreaming. You feel me?
Hey, look, hold
Project
up.
baby.
Hey, hold up,
Man.
man. Hey, the agent showed him say they offer us on the 500. He said, man, they offer you 500. On the one, they offer. That nigga say, hey man, they
Because
offer us.
his percentages, is jumping. You know what I'm saying? By the time, hey, once you crack a mill, you get a certain percentage. So you get that full 4%. You feel me? So yeah, like damn, I made it. You know, now I gotta get to camp. I gotta start getting in the groove of things with the team. You know, and from that moment, it was fuck the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? It was Laker killer. Everything was Laker killer. You know what I'm saying? But man, it wasn't what I thought it was because the Clippers at the time were a basement team. They weren't even taken serious by the rest of the NBA world. It was they weren't even little brother. You know what I'm saying? It was like they were the outcasts of the NBA.
So
That's where you went for your career to die. You know.
so during that duration, when you accepted that offer, of course, coming up out the block, man, in 92nd and getting offered $8 million, shit, who wouldn't jump on that and take that ride? You feel me?
Right.
So taking that ride, now you go to camp, you start meeting your players, your colleagues, and everything. What was your bonus?
No, it wasn't no bonus. We weren't getting bonuses. I mean, guys will have unless a guy had a shoe deal or something, But the contract was just what it was.
So you didn't get paid? You didn't get any money up front? You didn't get any form of advancements?
Oh
Nothing?
yeah. Oh yeah. They gave us advancements to make sure we were straight. Yeah.
So what was your
Yeah, they
advancement?
gave us 60.
When you say
They gave
you
it.
mean, you mean the
They
players?
gave players.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave players.
So
Yeah, so
the 60
I
came
gotta.
out of your 8. It was coming out of your 8, of course.
Yeah.
All right, now Keith. Now this is the part where okay, I need you to explain the breakdowns to TV Land because this is so important, and I'm so glad that we're able to cover this topic and the subject, bro. Excuse me, because at the same token, you're able to educate a lot of those youngins who are in the NBA, who are coming up in the league and coming up in the game, man, to be able to educate themselves, man, and learn from this, man, and learn from your mistakes, man, because you was once one of them guys, and you had that opportunity. It was in your hand. It was nothing was never thrown in your hand, bro, because life wasn't peachy creachy for you. You come up with a life, man.
Right.
You have a story and you have a
Right.
testimony. A lot of guys in the
Got it
game,
out the mud.
yeah, they don't have them stories and testimonies because they had a father who coached them and mentored them and rode the saddle all the way for them. You feel me? Or both parents.
Facts.
So for you to be in that position, man, that's astonishing. It's very educational, man. So you got the deal. Now it's obviously your agent negotiated those terms to the point where okay, you guys would accept the cap salary of 60K. What was it? Every quarter? Was it quarterly? Was it monthly? How were you getting your 60K?
No, I just got that's what they gave me until the first pay cycle came around. They just gave me 60K. You know
So
what I'm saying? So
so when was there?
yeah.
When were those pay cycles? Were they quarterly, monthly? Yearly, annually,
Every
what?
first and fifth, every first and 15th of the month.
Okay, so every first and 15, you would get your 60K. So
Nope,
basically,
I would get. I got around 75, 80.
okay, so you get 75, 80 every first of the month. So roughly, you would knock down closely after taxes and everything, because that's already taken out and cut from the agency and everything. So we talking about roughly a $140, $145 a K, 145K monthly, somewhere
Yep.
roughly. Okay, now, bam. Now, this is the part. Now, this the wild Keith I know. Now, you got this deal, but you still grooving, Keith. You still a criminal.
Facts.
You still a criminal,
Facts.
right? So now look,
Facts.
so now
Facts.
you got the deal. The homies like, oh shit, oh we own. We own, cuz we own. So
Facts. You
so
know.
so look, so now how the hell did you how did you manage to deal with that, man? Because now you a hood celeb off top. You already
Right.
in the hood. Niggas know you as the tall nigga in the hood who got squabbles, a nigga who get drunk and fucks up. But this nigga got
Right.
to deal with the Clippers now, though. Oh, we on,
Right.
man. The grooves is
It
on.
was. It was again. Hey, little homie, you don't need to be in the hood.
Uh-huh.
You know, you ain't gotta be around here. You know what I'm saying? Big H was like, don't even tell him you from the hood. Just go ball.
Just go ball. So you
Just
so
go ball.
so you did have those OGs who got in your ear, who had your best interest. Then you had the homies who was your peers and your age and your era, who was just, man, they was trying to take the ride with you as far as the money. Like, nigga, you own.
Hey, cause everything was turned up. You know what I'm saying? Everything for us was super turned up, and it was the bling era. You know what I'm saying? You remember the bling era? How motherfuckers was moving. You know, even the grill was laced up with diamonds. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga didn't have a chain with the big joint in it, it was the big earrings. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? The 2, 3, 4 carat diamonds or the iced out mouth.
yeah.
You know. And so, man, out and about, who I run into one night, nigga that go by the name Brother Kyrie now, but you know, he known off the east side as Magic. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you know, we chopping it up. We hit, we know so many of the same people. We hit it off. You know what I'm saying? And a G nigga who name I was familiar with, who name rang bells. You know, the mover and the shaker, and always found himself in those circles. You feel me? And we decided to get together on a record label. You know, and Done Deal Entertainment. You know,
Done deal.
the deal. And so we pushing that line. And Magic was like the Crip version of Should. Fair to say, here's a Crip version of Should. And we got, my god brother Baby Speedy, you know what I'm saying, who was doing his thing already at that point with
Hey,
BMF and,
yeah,
you
and
know,
shout out to young Speedy, man. And Speedy fucked around and went back
yeah,
again, man.
Free Speedy.
He
Yeah,
came home,
Free
dog.
Speedy. I
He
talked
went
to
back,
Speedy.
man.
I talked to Speedy the other day, matter of fact. I talked to
Yeah,
Speedy the other day, man.
oh Speed,
You
man.
know, Free Speedy, man.
Hey, so
You
look,
know,
Keith. So Keith, look. So you got the money. You done hooked up with Magic. You feel me? Magic. Magic doing his thing because this. I told the storyline before about this certain particular cat in the NBA, and that nigga name was ringing, man. You feel me? And so when I got the call to come holler at the nigga, you know what I mean? I got the call from Chico. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
here it is at this time. You own, man. You own. You're getting paid. Now, by this time, I didn't got a hold to you and my introduction coming to play. And I see this nigga. I see this tall yellow nigga here, man, with the potential ball.
Right.
You out here fuck it up, right? So
In a real way.
when you had that money, man, and you had that position and that opportunity in your hands, but you were being tugged mentally from the hood. You feel me? Like, because it was just in you. It wasn't like you was a nigga.
Right.
The great part about this story is you wasn't one of the B-boy players who come up and Los
And
Angeles.
then decide afterwards that I want to bang. Yeah.
You really
Right. Javaris Crittenden.
Yeah, you know, that was your life. That was your culture once upon a time. As
Right.
well, a lot of us coming up, right? And you just was fortunate enough to go left to the point where you got the opportunity to get those opportunities in your life to play ball and cast out your dreams. But you end up shattering that
Facts.
dream once it become reality. So
Right.
this is where we get deep at it so that we can really, really start educating those even more and deeper in the NBA, outside of the NBA, high school, junior high school, Pop Warner. They needs to hear this. So now, here it is. I'm around. The young homie, he's partying. He's at clubs. When I pop up, I see the nigga at clubs. I see the nigga over here. I might pop up, pull up, the nigga hanging on the corner, and he flop, sloppy drunk, talking shit, cussing the
Real
motherfucker.
shit.
And I look up, it's this nigga Keith, right? So now me,
Never took the rag out my pocket.
yeah. So me being a real G, I stepped to the nigga because I know he drunk, fucked up. So I ain't finna let no nigga take advantage of him right about now. So I stepped to him, fuck with him, holler at him, but I'm in his ear, just like his other big homies was from the groove. Nigga, go play that ball. So you got these individuals like myself and other G homies from your hood that was in your ear trying to stir you the right way, but then you had the yes men's and the party guys who were just on your coattail for the fun and because you were splitting the bill.
I was defiant, homie. I was defiant because I had a lot of older cats, that was in my ear like, little homie, look, you don't need to move like this no more. What you doing? What you doing? Niggas threatening to tie me up and, throw me in a closet, keep me in a closet and only let me out to go to practice and to the games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was so out of pocket, you know. I mean, I by nature, I'm fun loving, just on some natural shit. I love laughing, love playing the dozens, bagging on niggas, big heart, you know what I'm saying? So what I started doing, homie, first of all, when we would see somebody make it, sometimes the tone towards an individual would change because they elevate and they gone.
Right.
We don't see him again. We don't see him again. You know, and that can be misconstrued by your homies as abandonment. Oh, the nigga got his and, got on, he shook us.
Right, he left
You know
us.
what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of animosity behind that. And I was conflicted, because now I elevated. I got to the point where I wanted to be with my life. But it's a tug of war now because the streets are still calling. My heart is still with the street. You know what I'm saying? My heart's still with the homies. My heart's still with the hood. My heart's still with the bullshit to some extent. But then the other part of me, I'm in the NBA. This was where I wanted to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My dream has become my reality now.
Right.
And I tried to intertwine both of them. I tried to live both of them, simultaneously. And the shit was just all bad. There was so much conflict. I would pass by car washes for individuals that got knocked down in the streets.
Uh-huh.
It didn't matter if there's a Blood, there's a Crip, there's a Pyru, there's an SA, because gangsters ain't got no life insurance.
So don't.
You know what I'm saying? Gang banging don't come with an insurance plan. you know. So I cut a check. I'll pull over. You know, didn't matter where I was at. I'll pull over and cut a check for the family. You know, sorry for your loss. You know what I'm saying? And move on.
So
You
you
know,
find
and some of the homies be like, damn, cuz, why you do that? Why you do that? I'm like, man, look, it could be one of us. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of us.
so
So,
you
you
found
know,
yourself
I always knew that my blessings was gonna come through blessing other people. You know what I'm saying?
so,
You take care of God's children, God take care of you.
right. So basically, you found yourself doing a lot of charitable things for just even strangers because you had the money. You was able to do so, which is a
Right,
good thing.
right.
That's good, man. So a
And
lot of
then
a
so
lot of
many of us came up struggling. So many of us came up struggling, homie, that I couldn't bear to watch my people, you know, struggle. So, you know, of course, now that I got it, I'm gonna make sure we ain't struggling no more. Ain't none of us struggling, you
right.
know. So they ain't even have to ask me. They ain't even have to ask me. I'm coming over with a paper bag full of money. Here you go. Go and take care of what you gotta take care of. You know what I'm saying? And it was just off of love that I had for the individuals, you know. And to people on the outside looking in, they'd be like, or I heard later down the line, years later, oh, he was being extorted. Nah, nigga,
Yeah.
I never did anything I want to do. You know
I,
what I'm saying? Magic couldn't get me to look. Magic
hey,
couldn't get me to do shit.
let me interfere. Let me interfere and intertwine,
Nobody could.
homie. Yeah, let me interfere and intertwine right now, young homie. Straight up. I know this for a fact, being around you and witnesses for a fact. You know what I mean? I know ain't no nigga in the Los Angeles, no niggas in the streets, B Dogs, Damus, Keyways, Crips, Grooves, nobody. And even myself, when I come over here and I tell these livelihood stories, y'all know I tell them uncut. If that was the case, I would have said Keith ass was getting bust down out here when I told the story. But my young homie ain't never got extorted, smashed on by nobody. This nigga's fault and downfall and flaws was his own. He was his own enemy. If it wasn't that,
Real talk.
told y'all we was behind him 1,000%. LA was proud to see the nigga getting down. And like he said, he really wanted to go to the Lakers. So not to mention, if he would have got drafted to the Lakers, oh, we would have really been on that nigga boots. Feel me?
Man, it
So
would have been a different story.
yeah, so no, the homie, the hot, tall, light skinned yellow nigga ain't never been extorted, man, by nobody. And Magic, again, him and Magic connected because Magic had already built a rapport and a reputation for itself in the NBA league as a to-go-to guy from the streets. So Keith was being smart from the business perspective, and he clicked up with Magic, and both of them was Crips. So they clicked. And then they built a label, a record label called Done Deal Entertainment, which was, at that time, was Magic and the nigga brother Dawood, a.k.a. Fake Muslim up out of the JDs. Dawood.
Man, leave Dawu alone, man.
Nigga eat all the
Leave
pork.
Dawu alone, man.
Man, I've never seen a Muslim eat so much pork in my life, man. But no, that was his running buddy. That was his road dog, which is my kinfolk. So that's how the Magic and Keith Cross situation came about. And again, that's how I told you how I met Keith, through Magic. So we ended up working together. But now that ain't the same story for a lot of other NBA niggas that I told you that was on that list. Because I told you I was the niggas on this list, man.
Man,
So
man.
you know what I'm talking about? So now
Mhm.
Keith